Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. The sun's trying to peek out with all these clouds, so it's kind of in and out at the moment, which is alright. It's not bad. So, alright. We're going to talk about this because I think this is just amazing how the spin is being done on this, okay? So Trump has been now a second attempt on his life, and thank goodness the Secret Service headed this one off ahead of time. And and they have that suspect in custody and all that type of stuff, and they're bringing him up on charges and the whole 9 yards. Now the left is now saying, and I love this, because who wants to have an assassination attempt on them? I mean, let's think about that. Do you want to have somebody try to kill you? You know, I wouldn't think so. I don't think that would be the case. All right, we're going to go in here and take a look and see. Nothing else yet. See, I'll show you. It's empty. I got 2 earlier, so I'm keeping an eye on these guys, because if you see there on the ground, so you can see that, hopefully, a shell of a broken one. So I think that we've had 3 eggs today, and I think that they kicked one out and ate one. So anyway, so they're now saying, there are a couple things. They're trying to say that he's exploiting the assassination attempt, that he is trying to use that to his advantage. He's playing the victim card. Well, I'm sorry, folks, but you know what? He is the victim in this situation. He's the one that they're trying to kill. So, and not once, now twice. So, and then the other thing, the other spin that they're doing with that is they're saying he's brought this on himself. Yep, oh, I'm sure, and no mention of the rhetoric on the left of, Hollywood celebrities, political opponents, saying, all kinds of things to incite people. When, like I said this the other day, when you're comparing a gentleman to Hitler, saying he's going to be, if Hitler, he gets into power, he's going to do this, that, and the other thing. Well, he's already been in power, folks. He's already been in power. And, things were actually going really, really well with the country when he was in power. But people don't want to talk about that. Let's not talk about that, that your lives were better and easier, than they have been over the last 4 years, right? Won't talk about that, of course. When he shut the borders down, remember when he was like, okay, no more. See, here's what kills me. You have this supposed pandemic, this deadly, deadly virus that originated in China. We know that, it came from Wuhan. Where exactly in Wuhan is still up to debate, but, we won't say where it came from there, but we have our suspicions. And most people have a pretty good idea where it came from. And so anyway, you had this virus that started there, and there was all this stuff going on in China at the time. Did we as a country immediately shut down our borders, restrict travel from foreign countries? No, of course not. So you had all these people coming in to the country from China, dual citizenship type of folks and all that type of stuff, and or whatever they were, coming back over here because it wasn't as bad here and hadn't happened here yet. But then what happens is you're bringing sick people into the country, so that's obviously going to cause problems, right? And so when he shut that whole thing down, if you guys remember correctly, Nancy Pelosi was one of the people that was out there saying, hey, everybody come on down to Chinatown. He's this terrible, horrible person for, shutting down and restricting travel, which eventually did happen. And then look was a result of everything because of that. But, they need to do those type of things in a true event much, much quicker, much sooner, and then instead of trying to spin it later on and make it look like, they were actually on board with everything. A lot of crap with all of that as well. But again, going back to, when you have people inciting rhetoric and hateful thoughts and hateful things against an individual, so there are so many mentally unstable people out there that you just, what are you going to do? I mean, they're going to take that information, and when you, as of even after the second assassination attempt, that the White House is coming out and saying that Donald Trump is a threat, right? So when you have unstable people out there, they're going to take that and they're going to go, well, we need to do something about it. And so then you have these attempts on the man's life. Craziness. Never, ever once do they take any personal responsibility. Well, of course not. So now they're blaming him for the assassination attempts. It's his fault. Nothing to do with them, nothing to do with the rhetoric, nothing to do with the rhetoric coming out from Hollywood, saying don't miss next time, and, he needs to be taken out and all that type of stuff. I mean, look at the quotes, folks. I mean, and is that okay? Right? Even though they'll get up there and they'll give the words. Oh, there's no place for political violence and blah, 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 blah. But they would love to see him taken out. You can tell, they don't like the guy. They're going to do everything in their power that they possibly can to keep him from getting back in. But to the point of trying to say that he's brought this upon himself, that's the one way they're doing it. And now they're saying he's trying to exploit it, the assassination attempts, and take advantage from it. Well, here's the thing is, you don't try to assassinate somebody that could make a big change in the country. And I think an absolute change for the better than what we've been dealing with over the last several years. That's my take on it. So I definitely want to hear your feedback. I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think this is something he's brought on himself? Or is it possibly because of some of the rhetoric coming out of Hollywood and Washington? What are your thoughts on it? What do you think? Is he taking advantage of the situation that there's been an attempt on the man's life? So anyway, guys, remember, we truly are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. If we ever really could figure that one out, we truly would be in much, much better shape. Also remember, don't even... Here, get back here. Come on. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day tomorrow is not guaranteed. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to do, you can do it. The only one stopping you from achieving your goals is going to be you. So stay positive, stay focused, take care of your business, and you guys are going to be just fine. I will talk to you later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.